Hey guys, so here's your Saturday the 13th. Yeah, so you're gonna do some, a lot of shoulders today. So we're gonna do a little run to warm up, get the heart rate up. You're either gonna run a minute on the spot or you're gonna run 200 meters, right? So hopefully you already have that marked out. But if it's, if you don't wanna run outside for just for the one, just for the warm up, you don't have to run on the spot. Okay. Then you're gonna do the movements that we're gonna end up doing later: strict press, push press, and push strict. So we're gonna do a lot of shoulders today. We kind of did something similar to this, or I think it was exactly this. I don't know how many sets it was last time, where it was like max out sets of the movements, and then you move to a movement that gets more legs, right? So we're gonna do 10 strict press. So that's with the bars on the shoulders, no legs at all, head through the shoulders. Okay, then I'm gonna do 10 push breaths. That's where I get to dip and drive and press. So it's gonna dip, trying to keep this chest straight up and not kind of knocking over like that. Okay, and then 10 push jerk. That's where I'm going to land a little bit low. So I get to use even more legs. Same short little dip, drive up, extend, and I get off the ground a little bit. And then I lower myself down and stand it up. Okay, so sorry, that's hip width to shoulder width. Okay, so it's warm up. You're just trying to practice those movements a little bit before you're actually going to go to a bar and do them. But I still want you to practice them before you do that strength. After that, you're going to do a little handstand hold, just to kind of warm up the shoulders a little bit more. Whoa, not enough. Just going to stand up here, head through, try to just stay solid, as tall as you can get through the shoulders. Okay, so yeah, you're just holding 20 seconds. If you don't have that, you're gonna walk up into a wall walk and hold that, or walking a bit and hold that. Okay, yeah. So, what was the next? Yeah, so we're doing 3 rounds of a lot of shoulders. Shoulders on shoulders on shoulders. So you're gonna find a weight that's kind of pretty comfortable. You should be able to do, say 5 to 10 shoulder press before failure. So you're gonna do all of these lifts: shoulder press, push jerk, push press, and push jerk in one continuous combo without putting the bar down. You're gonna burn out each movement before you go to the next one, and then you're gonna burn out that one before you go to the next one. So find a weight that you think you can do 5 to 10 shoulder press, and we'll go from there, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have shoulder press, so that's one with no legs. I already went over this, but I'm gonna do shoulder press. Just make sure I'm getting head through at the top until failure. So if it ends up being lighter than I estimated, I'm gonna just keep going until I can't do anymore. Right? If that gives me 5, if that gives me 20, right? I'm just going to burn out until I do this and it comes back down, right? Or at least until I know I'm not going to get enough. Don't give up on it early. Do as many as you possibly can. Don't try to kind of cheat the system a little bit and save these. Don't do the strict ones so that you can get a whole bunch of the other ones, right? Then I'm going to do push press, so I get to use my legs. So because my legs are helping, my shoulders can keep going, right? Even though they're super tired, I'm going to use my legs. I'm not going to jump. This one is where I'm just extending. Okay? So until I feel that one. So there's going to be a rep down the road where I'm like, and it comes back down. Done, right? Then I'm going to do push jerk, right? So right into the next one. So there's where I get even more legs. Okay, and then then at some point there's going to be a failure rep too. So if I go like this and then it goes down, I'm done. Okay, so it's supposed to really blow up the shoulders, but what it does, it's kind of like drop sets. It allows you to drop set, meaning like lowering weight as you go. So as your muscles get tired, we make it easier on the shoulders, right? So we're going to do hardest on the shoulders, then the next one's going to be easier on the shoulders, a little more legs, and the last one's going to be easier on the shoulders, a little bit more legs. But they feel terrible because they're tired. So it'll be kind of like, that's why we're only doing 3 sets. You're going to kind of do as many as you can. If you have a bar, you can adjust weight a little bit. If you don't, you're going to be using whatever you got. I would just make sure I do both 3 sets on each side of, so if I'm using a dumbbell or a kettlebell, it's going to be strict, as many as I can do, and then I'm going to do till failure, and then I'm going to start using legs, till failure, okay, and then I'm going to do push jerk and land low, right? So some of you guys might need to practice that push jerk a little bit more, because if you have the mechanics of that, kind of the timing of that jump and land low and all that, it should be an easier movement. Some people don't find it that way until they kind of get that skill down. So there might be a little bit of where it doesn't make sense to you if you're not better at a push jerk than a push press. But yeah, so if I'm going to do that, that would be half of my set. I'm going to do all the right, then I'm going to switch to all left. That's my 1 set. So I'm going to do 3 sets on the right of everything failure, 3 sets on the left of everything failure. That was all. Okay, so then we're going to go 6 WOD. It's 6 rounds for time. You guys are going to do, if you have a dumbbell, it's supposed to be a dumbbell workout. If you don't, we're going to have to be creative. So we're going to do clusters, dumbbell clusters. So what a cluster is a squat clean thruster. It's just a shortened wording for that long thing, but a squat clean is when the dumbbell goes from the ground into a squat clean. So it goes on the shoulder, so it goes from floor to shoulder with a squat, and then a thruster is squat and press, right? So we're going to put those together on this one, and we did this last week on something, but we're going to go from the ground, squat, press, back to the floor, okay, so what I don't want to do is just go like this, and then pull it up. What I'm trying to do is extend, right? So don't try not to use your arm very much. I'm going to deadlift, I'm going to extend, drop, right? And that little bit of jump gets the bar moving. So I don't want to blow up this arm too much, right? So I'm going to do 10 of those. Then I'm going to keep it in the same hand. I'm going to run or walk, hopefully run, 50 meters. So if you have, hopefully you have 50 meters marked out, or 25. This one you could do, like you could go, because you're taking your dumbbell with you, you could go to your 50 meter mark, do your other stuff, do all your clusters out there. It's up to you. Like you can kind of do, you don't always have to come back to home base or whatever, right? So you're gonna farmer carry, you're just walking or running with this dumbbell 50 meters, right? So hopefully you have something like that marked out. Then you're gonna get back and you're gonna do everything on the left side. So it's that same dumbbell cluster. Okay, for 10, and then I'm gonna take it with me for 50 meters. Okay? So I gotta do the 10 and the 50, and the other 10 and the 50 is 1 round. Okay? So just make sure that you don't change hands. I want those farmer carries to be a little bit hard on the grip. So I don't want you to do right clusters and then left carry and kind of break, kind of relax. I want that, do the right side clusters, and then you have to carry with that same right side, which is going to be annoying, but I want that carry to be a little bit harder, right? Then you're going to do left side clusters, left side carry. Do not switch that up because that would change things a lot. Okay. So 6 rounds for time. I think you guys will be all right with a time cap. Get it done. Okay. Have fun.